let's get back into it. Talking about James Harden, Philadelphia 76ers officially part ways last night. James is going back to Cali. In the wee hours of the morning, he was traded to the destination where he wanted to go, back to his hometown of Los Angeles, to play for the LA Clippers. It was a trade that had to be done. Either they were going to pay James what they owed him, what they promised him, or they was going to have a player who was disgruntled, who was going to play, half-heartedly and not give maximum effort, or this, trade him. And they did that. They made that happen. The 76ers ended up getting back in return KJ Martin. They got two first round draft picks for 2026, 2028. They got a second round draft pick for next year, 2024. They also got Marcus Morris, Nick Batum, and Robert Covington. So they got a pretty solid four players in return. Of course, you wasn't gonna get equal match, player for player with James Harden, that caliber player. So they had to take the best trade deal possible. And I also like to add that the Clippers, they got PJ Tucker. So PJ Tucker's back. It seems like him and James Harden go everywhere together. They was with the Houston Rockets, then they went to Philadelphia. Now they're coming to the Clippers together. So, it's a good thing, especially for the Clippers as far as defense is concerned. I really like that. I think they still may need to do maybe one more trade or one more move to get a little bit more defense for Denver and for Phoenix. But as far as everybody else, I see them as that third team in the West. I got Phoenix, I got Denver, and I got the Clippers. And if they can make a couple of more pieces, I'll put them right up there with Phoenix. And of course, you can't discount the champions, the reigning champions. Even though I'm not a Denver fan, but you can't discount them. But yeah, James Harden, they got four wing players now. I don't know how they're gonna play this. Russell Westbrook has been doing a great job ever since he went there last year. He did his thing at the end of the year with the Clippers and in the playoffs. He was like a one man band when Kawhi and Paul were out. So, but Russell Westbrook, when he was with the Lakers, he came off the bench and he was contending for sixth man of the year. So I guess that'll be no problem if he come in and run that second team. Him and James Harden, they both gonna get 20 in their sleep. James is going to get 20 and roughly 10 assists. And Westbrook is going to get you about 20, close to 10 assists, and about 8 boards. So, I think they ain't going to have a problem making it work. Ty Lue, I would consider him probably the best coach in the NBA at this point in time. So, you don't do a trade like this without having some type of game plan of how it's going to work. I'm sure Ty Lue knows the rotation. He kind of probably played mock, kind of like you do a mock draft, probably playing out the scenario and how it's going to work. And it's the beginning of the season. Everything that he has planned out, he's going to put it to the test and then mix and match and make adjustments. So if this is something that's been talked about since the summer, this is where James wanted to go. They obviously wanted him. They cut the trade talks off for a little, and guess what? He ended up with the Clippers. So they wanted this guy. So I'm sure they have a great plan for him. I'm just talking generally going forward as far as contending for the championship, making it to the Western Conference Finals. I got them in that third spot, but if they make another move, anything is possible. So yeah, he's finally gone. James Harden is an LA Clipper. Let me know, what do you guys think? Where do you rank them in the West? Do you think they're a contender or a pretender? I mean, how do you think that's going to work with four wing players on the court at one time? Because they're not going to have a problem scoring. I could see that. I could see that lineup with four wing players and then their big man. You got Kawhi, you got Russell at the point, James at the two. You'll put Paul at the four and put Kawhi at the three. Man, I can see that. And a lot of lineups, especially down the stretch in the fourth quarter. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching this video again. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Peace.